Hey everyone, God bless you. I want to talk about how God speaks to kids in dreams. And this is really important, especially if you're a parent or a grandparent or you have kids that you have influence over, to make sure that you're paying attention when your kid or your grandkid says to you, "Hey, I had a dream last night." Now, in no way, just like as adults, does that mean every single dream that a kid has is from the Lord. But if we are hungry enough and discerning enough, we will listen to their dreams, and the Lord, the Holy Spirit in us, will give us the discernment to know, hey, hang on a minute, that's a prophetic dream of the Lord. The Lord's trying to show them something, warn them of something, prophesy to them. So it is so important that we hear our kids' dreams out. And I have testimony after testimony in my own life, and hearing other people's testimonies of how God has given them a message by giving their son or daughter a dream. And but I do want to share real quickly a dream the Lord gave me about this. And it was in early 2020. I had a dream that I was in a church, and I was trying to bring the Holy Spirit into the church so he could have access and lead in the church. And the church leadership there just completely resisted it. They didn't want to give up the control that they thought they had, and didn't want to basically give up control so that the Holy Spirit could take over, because of the fear and all that. So because of that, the Holy Spirit left the main sanctuary and went into the rooms of the youth. And when I woke up, he really unpacked for me how unless the people of God come into a childlike faith, we will miss out on the Holy Spirit and what he's trying to say, and how he's trying to operate, because we're holding on to that control, or maybe leaning into logic instead of trying to submit ourselves to the ways of God and his Spirit. So there was a warning in it, but also there was an excitement that the Holy Spirit wanted to move in the youth and speak to the youth more and more with increased intensity, because they would be open to it. And in their childlikeness, their lack of convoluted filter, how adults get jaded, and we've been westernized into thinking everything is logical. All that, most kids have not been brainwashed by the Western world, so where they are more open and receiving to the Holy Spirit and how he speaks. So I just wanted to share that as a testimony that that the Holy Spirit is speaking more and more in the earth to his people, but especially to the youth. So if your child or a child in your life says, "I had a dream," it's important to sit and hear them out and see if that dream may be from the Lord. And I'm going to do a different video about if your child has nightmares, how to walk through that with them, or night terrors or attacks from the enemy in their sleep. We'll definitely talk about that. But in this video, I just wanted to give some testimony that the Lord has given all three of my kids dreams at different times throughout the throughout the last couple of years. And he very well was giving them dreams probably before that, but it was because I started to be open to the ways of God, and that he spoke in dreams, that I started paying attention more to what they were saying when they shared their dreams. And to my oldest, he's given quite a couple of political dreams that she didn't understand. And what's funny is the Lord will use symbols that a child can relate to. So it might be like a Disney character, or one of their stuffed animals, or something that a child would understand. But that symbol, just like symbols mean something to adults, is going to mean something, and he's trying to speak to them. So don't be put off by the beautiful way that the Holy Spirit speaks to us and to our kids in symbols that we can really connect with, and will remember what he's saying. And so, but the Lord showed my daughter a certain state that was under a spirit of witchcraft in one of her dreams, and that the people were being kind of brainwashed through a spirit of witchcraft in the leadership of that state. He also gave her a dream that it showed the Lord's eye on the beach, and she said it was God's eye, and it was filling up with sand, and then she heard the Lord say Baal really loud. And at this point we hadn't taught her about the story of Elijah and the prophets of Baal. She also had a dream about Jezebel and Ahab trying to push someone out the window that represented the Lord's anointed in the 2020 election. And she's been given a lot of political dreams. But there's also been dreams that my kids have received that the Lord showed them what was coming next for our family, or I would pray about something and then the Lord would give, one of my kids a dream in answer to it. And they would share the dream just like they, would normally just, I had this dream. And I immediately knew the Lord was answering my prayer or my question through their dream. Regarding, sometimes very serious warnings that we needed to heed and listen to. And it was almost like I can speak to your kids, and they're just going to deliver the message to you. And if you're humble enough and sincere enough in your seeking, you won't be offended by the way I choose to deliver the message. So I want to encourage you that yes, the Lord does speak through our kids. Pay attention to their dreams. He may be giving them destiny dreams, showing them what he's anointed them to do in the future. He may be giving them warnings for them or for the family. He may be just speaking to them and showing them different ways in their dreams. So I just want to encourage you to embrace that way that the Holy Spirit's speaking and rejoice in it.